What's going on, everyone? So we're like 12 days from training camp, which I am super excited, super pumped, and cannot wait, right? I can't wait to hear all the matchups, all of the just competition coming out of training camp, all that news, all the reports. And then like a couple days after that, we have some Laker basketball. It's going to be preseason, but nonetheless, I cannot wait to see this Lakers roster out there on the court. This is a roster that is more than capable of winning an NBA championship. They're going to be one of the best teams in the entire league. They're probably one of 3 to 5 teams that have a real chance at winning an NBA championship. I think they're going to be number 1 defensively, at worst, probably top 3 defensively, and I think that they'll be top 5 offensively. This is the deepest roster in the league by far. They have everything that you could want to win an NBA championship. But with training camp right around the corner, I want to start going through and kind of breaking down and discussing various players on this roster. And I figured the first place to start is the most recent signing in Christian Wood. He had his little presser yesterday and kind of gave us some insight on, it was the typical stuff of like, I'm excited to be a Laker. I love it. And he talked about how Darvin Ham really seemed to be the catalyst to him signing with the Lakers. But Christian Wood, what he brings is just dynamic versatility on the offensive end. You're talking about a 17-8 guy who can even make some plays out of the post. That was something that he talked about in his presser, that one of his most underrated values as a player is his ability to pass out of the pick and roll, pass out of the double team, things like that. And I mean, he was 2 assists last year, and that's good, because that means he's looking to be unselfish. He's looking to make plays for others, and that's what you want, right? Again, there's no concerns whatsoever about his offensive game. This is a guy that on any night could go give you 20 to 30, and no one would bat an eyelash or think anything, right? He's 27 years old. He's 6'10". He's got a 7'3" wingspan. So he has all the tools, all the intangibles to be successful. Excellent pick and pop guy, shoots 38% from 3. He's a guy that's going to get all kinds of looks, right? He's never been on a roster with guys like Anthony Davis and LeBron James and Austin Reeves and stuff. Like, he's going to be on a roster where he's going to get opportunities and just types of just possessions and looks that he never even dreamed of or fathomed. Because LeBron and AD especially, they're going to be attracting all of the attention. Christian Wood just has to be in the right spots at the right time and play within the system, and he's going to be great. This dude's going to thrive. And he's going to play a big role, right? He's talked about it, how he was told he'd have the opportunity to potentially start, that he could work for that. But not just that, he's a guy that was told he would have a big role, and it makes all the sense in the world. The only one he's really going to have to outplay is Jackson Hayes, right? Which I fully expect him to outplay Hayes, and he'll probably get somewhere in like the 20 to 25 minute range, right? Because Anthony Davis wants to play power forward most of the game. So my guess is Anthony Davis probably plays about 10 minutes a game at the center position, and that's going to give Christian Wood probably 20 minutes at the center position and maybe another 5 or so at like the power forward. And then Hayes kind of chips in at like 13 to 15 minutes a game at the center position as well, because you want to keep guys' minutes low, right? You want to keep everybody with this deep roster. You want everybody to kind of buy in, right? You want everyone to kind of keep minutes down. But the 2 biggest questions and concerns about Christian Wood are, one, just his commitment to the game of basketball and his commitment to playing amongst a team, right? Like, those are very important things. Now, he's a guy that has all the talent that you could ask for, but can he be a team guy? In his defense, he's never really been in a winning situation. He's never really been on a good team situation or good team environment, right? Like, now he has the structure from the top to bottom. He has guys like LeBron James that he's looked up to and idolized and is going to be able to be in his ear. He has Darvin Ham, who he has a relationship with, and Darvin Ham is a player guy who he has the gift of gab and knows how to get you to buy in and do what is necessary. And he has a relationship with Christian Wood. So he's going to be a guy that's going to be able to approach that. Christian Wood said his biggest problem he had with Dallas is there was no communication. That Jason Kidd never really communicated what he wanted. He just kind of was like, this is what you're going to do. That's not going to happen with Darvin Ham. So if Christian Wood can be committed to the game of basketball, and by that I mean playing both sides of the ball, and also be committed to the team where it's like, hey, dude, tonight you're getting 30 minutes, that is. Tomorrow you're getting 15, 10. Like, whatever it is, coach, I got you. Right? He needs to be that guy because every player on this roster is going to have to be that guy. Christian Wood's going to get a ton of opportunity. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are both going to miss 20-plus games this year. And when that happens, he's going to have plenty of opportunity to do that. Defensively, he needs to lock in. He can be a good defensive player, right? I did a whole video breaking down his defense and how good he is defensively. He has this reputation of not being a good defender, but it's really not as bad as people make it out to be. People really overblow that. And when did his bad defense become a thing? Oh, towards the end of his tenure with the Houston Rockets and the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, he had a really good defensive stint in Detroit. Like, he's had good defensive years. He has good defensive ratings. He's slightly above average league-wide, even with the bad, even the years that he's been really bad defensively. But you put him, he's not Anthony Davis defensively. He's not Giannis defensively, right? If he's your primary defensive anchor, you're not looking too good. Dallas was terrible defensively, and they wanted him to be Giannis. They wanted him to be Anthony Davis. That's not who he is. He's good on the weak side up. He's good on the blind side, being a blind side defender. He's good at switching out on the perimeter and guarding smaller players and things like that. Like, this is a guy that can do and play solid defense. He's going to have help. He's going to have Anthony Davis on his side backing him up. He's going to have, Jared Vanderbilt that's not going to get blown by every possession, is going to be able to funnel the offensive player to him and put Christian Wood in a position to have success, right? Christian Wood is more than capable of just, I don't need him to be Giannis or Anthony Davis defensively. Just be good in the defensive scheme that is out there. Play the role that is asked of you. Buy into what you need to. This guy has the potential to have the biggest impact on this Lakers roster, not named LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I'm not saying that he will, but he's capable of that. He very likely could be the third best player for the Lakers this year. I think it's probably going to be Austin Reeves because I think Austin Reeves is going to be on the ball more and he's going to get more of the opportunity and LeBron really trusts him. But I could see Christian Wood just balling out for this Lakers team. Again, he's going to get looks like he's never even dreamed of. He's going to get opportunity like he's never even imagined. And he's in the best situation possible. That's why I always was saying Christian Wood is going to be a Laker. Even when people say, oh, no, he's going to go here. He's not going to those other places. It makes no sense for him. It made zero sense for him to go anywhere else. Because he needs to rebuild his brand. He needs to rebuild his reputation. And the Lakers are the best place to do that. He has familiarity with Darvin Ham. He has structure. He's going to be in a winning environment. If he plays the role that is asked of him and plays it well, he is going to get a big contract next year. I'm not saying he's going to get $30 million a year or anything like that, but he's going to make a lot more than a vet minimum. I assure you that. He'll probably be a $15 to $18 million a year guy if he plays the role that is asked of him. If he's willing to play both sides of the basketball. And if he's willing to commit to the team. But as always, this is the discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think of Christian Wood on the Lakers? To me, he's kind of like the Lakers already had the sundae. He's the cherry on top of the sundae. He is, in my opinion, the real difference maker to the Lakers winning an NBA championship this year. Right? Like if like Denver and Milwaukee and Boston, if they were close, I think Christian Wood puts them over the top. I really do. The only thing that stands in the way of the Lakers, in my opinion, is just health. If they can stay healthy, then they're very likely winning the NBA championship this year. They have way too much depth, way too much talent, way too much versatility, and Christian Wood's going to play a big role in that. But do you agree with those points? What do you want to see from Christian Wood, right? As far as like his production out there on the basketball court, do you think he'll be a good two-way guy this year? Again, not saying he has to be Giannis or AD or anything like that, but just good enough to really make an impact for this Lakers team and this Lakers roster. Do you believe that he'll do that this year? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments.